Leonardo Fioravanti representing Italy. And that is something that you wouldn't have seen 5 years ago.
No, not at all.
Love the depth we have of this international field. Ramzi v. Leo. Give us the tail of the tape, Mitch. Who's going to take this one out?
Well, great friends. They both rode for Quicksilver for a long period of time. Number 11 in the world coming into the event was Ramzi. Number 20 was Leo.
Seems like just a few days ago we were celebrating Italo Ferreira's big victory. Now we are reeling Italo out the elimination round. Brian Perez gets the win. Now let's get right back into it. Ramzi Boukhiam going up against Leonardo Fioravanti. Another interesting little side note here. You saw quickly in that clip, it was subtle, it was low key, but Leo was on the boat cheering for Ramzi Boukhiam in his best ever CT result.
With this tide, they stand
up.
up
The Perez
more.
wave was a big wave. Here we go. We'll see if your statement is true. That was an amazing turn. Wow.
6.67 on this one, Chris. Great opening cars right here by Leo. That's kind of his trademark move, and cleans it up well on the inside too. Little bang right there, and then finishes it off with a nice little layback. So close to a 7.
Ramzi Boukhiam got the longest tube ride of the event in Tahiti, and here he is now on his backhand, which arguably he's more lethal than he is in big forehand tubes. I mean, there's an argument for that as well. But the cool part about this heat too, the elimination round heat, number 2 is that these two surfers have been doing this since they were in single digits. I mean, they've been going head to head. They've been training together. They've been surfing for a long time.
Right behind him, 5.67 on this one. So not only contrast of styles, but also of stances. Strong start right there for the Moroccan. Then wraps it back all the way through. I just don't think that we saw the kind of series of maneuvers that we saw on Leo's wave on this one for Ramzi. Got a nice little touch right there to finish things off, though. But
here's a wave that happened during that piece right there. It's a medium insider.
This
But as a goofy footer, you watch this and you just wish you could do that.
I saw you do that a couple days ago, Chris, on a
Yeah,
ride over
maybe
there.
about an eighth of that.
Yeah, it's going to come in as his backup right now, but I just know how hard that guy works and what kind of moment this is for him. It's just really amazing, Chris.
And more to come. He'll be on to the next round, which we know he'll be going against yet another one of the world's best. Meanwhile, Leonardo Fioravanti putting in some work himself. He started off with a 6.67. His precision and power on display. I mean, glamorous, beautiful rail work down the line here. Ooh. Big hammer for a finish. This drawing us back into this heat.
You're in a rhythm. You feel like you're locked in. Let him cook, Chris. Got a 6.67 on his opener. Like the variation, too. Brought the arms back a little bit. More of a layback hack on the first carve right there. Then this is where it gets difficult. You see a lot of these waves just race down the line. Slides the fins right there. And love the way he cleans it up here on the inside. How's this attack right here, too? Good amount of spray on this finishing turn, Chris. And just goes to show you the power and explosiveness that he has coming out of the bottom turn.
Yeah, he's always been good, but in the last few years, vastly improved. And here we go. Ramzi now slips off. I mean,
we see Leo up and riding again, just trying to keep his flow alive. But Ramzi, I feel like, needs to get his heat started because Leo's getting started right here with a big alley-oop. Solid surfing right there. This man is on fire. He loves it. He's in a flow. He's on top of it, and he's coming strong.
Thank you, Schreider. And right there, that is a rarity in surfing, a section-clearing alley-oop.
Yep.
Generally speaking, the alley-oop, not as hard as it looks. I mean, that right there, that's like snowboarding in a half-pipe. Sectional clearing alley-oop. This is rarity right here. Enjoy this one, Mitch.
And he clears a good amount of distance, too, Chris. I mean, literally across the whitewater section right there and then goes straight into the next floater. A couple of nice turns down the line, too. So not only landed the alley-oop, cleaned up the rest of the wave extremely well, and that had a lot of froth on it, too. Give him credit, because where he landed wasn't necessarily the easiest landings either. But, I mean, what? He has to cover at least 10 to 15 feet on that alley-oop right there. Really great projection down the line, Chris. And as you said, the alley-oop might not be the hardest of rotations. It's still very difficult. Not many people can land that, especially the way he did. It's more of a natural rotation with your body, though. Like, in air reverse, you're kind of going against your instinct.
Have you?
No.
See?
And I've been here probably around a dozen times, too.
Well, thank you, Surfline, for that forecast. That has us very excited, and so does this. Leonardo Fioravanti flying down the line. Huge speed float. Gets around that section. Another setup turn here.
Ooh.
He's kind of been fighting against this wave the entire time. A fun wave to ride, but you see a little bit of frustration for Leo right now. That's 100 yards of not much going on. It was not a great wave. 11:30 to go. Strider Wasilewski from the channel. We watched Leo streaking down the line. Strider, was that wave just too fast?
You know what? It wasn't. He just actually took that wave because Ramzi was right on the shoulder of it down the line in a better spot. So he would have been able to execute probably 2 to 3 big hammers on that wave and come up with a massive score. It was a solid set. So I feel like that was just a maneuver to keep his opponent off the wave so that he didn't get that score that he needed. So smart move by Leo, but you know, Ramzi back out there and showing signs of frustration. There were some words you don't want to hear coming out of him after he kicked out of his last wave.
So I like that. It was a 2-for-1. It was a defensive maneuver and also maybe rattling Ramzi a little bit out the back.
Yeah, 100%. Well, not so much rattling him, but Ramzi had the leftover, right? There was another wave behind it, but it was smaller, kind of hugging the rocks. It had a good shape, but it had a lot of white water on it, and so he kicked out with frustration, and you could feel it. And as he kicked out, as he came out the back.
Look, he is the complete surfer. Right now, again, energetically, and it just feels like the momentum is all with this guy right here, Leonardo Fioravanti. He's taking off on these medium runners. So this wave with a little bit better of a tempo.
There's still enough time, too. 6 minutes 50. I really like the way we're seeing Leo not only surf, compete in this heat, too. That was a second sick turn right there on the outside section. Little down the line snap, and tried to force the reverse up until this point.
A little mistimed on that last air. And here we go. The answer back, the clap back, if you will, from Ramzi Boukhiam. Another kind of strange wave through the mid portion. Builds up a little bit. I mean, he already was engaged into that wave. Leonardo's last comes through to 5.77. Nice start there for Ramzi.
Yeah, did some great work on the outside, especially that floater right there. That's a major maneuver.
Critical floater alert.
Airdrop out of it, too. So great connection with the slip, but as you've said, he's caught a lot of the same waves throughout this heat. The 5.67, the high mark, that was his opener, and then might as well commit to the inside if you've already had a couple of great snaps on the outside section, because he loves it.
And you just see a nice, clean white surfboard with that Almeric logo on the bottom third. It gives you good feelings. I mean, that's Kelly Slater black and white all day. Here we go, Ramzi Boukhiam. Here we don't go, Ramzi Boukhiam. The power of these waves.
The sun.
The fact that you have to walk out on cobblestones nearly every break.
What
you said.
Two timed grunt right there.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I love your work so far. Here we go. Leonardo Fioravanti. Back at it. Same size wave. I mean, he's been picking out these medium runners. There you see a little double up there. That was a foam climb to goat boat tail slide.
Oh, watch out for the fins right there.
Hey, this ain't over yet. 710 is the requirement for Ramzi. Big snap to start. Yep. That's the frustration station he just entered. Ramzi Boukhiam coming off his best event of his life now falls in the elimination round. But guess what? There's going to be more drama. There's going to be more action. Pretty sure we're going to see more big airs. Guaranteed we're going to see a lot more power surfing.
Kaipo and Leo coming in telling me this was a really important moment for you to get this victory in a man-on-man heat. It's been a few competitions since you've really felt like you were able to get over this hump. How did you do it today?
Yeah, I haven't made a man-on-man heat in a while, and it's been tough because, you know, competing is hard. You always want to bring the best out of yourself, and when you don't, it gets pretty tough. But yeah, you know, making a heat is super important. Of course, I'm super happy, but you know, it definitely sucks surfing against one of my best friends, Ramzi. It's one of those moments that yes, you're happy to make the heat, but you want to do these heats in the quarters or the semis where like you both got a good result, you can enjoy it, and you know, we rock paper scissors for the inside before paddling out. That's how, you know, how close we are. We didn't really want to play dirty or play tough. Just go out, surf, may the best man win, and yeah, definitely wish it was a bit later in the contest.
So after you guys established that position, it seemed like you started taking off on sort of those medium-sized waves and doing the best you could with them. What was the strategy in picking out that size, and what did you want to showcase?
You know, the big ones have been quite tough to surf. They go really fast, and I did get one of the big ones, and I only got a 5, surfed it from outside to the end. I undersurfed it a bit, but they're just really hard to surf. So I wanted to focus on the medium ones and try to, you know, find some rhythm, link some good turns in, and that's what I tried to do. And you know, I'm happy with my wave choice. I'm happy with my surfing. Definitely thought I could have finished a couple of the waves a bit better, but hopefully do that in the next round.
Something to build on. We'll see you then.
Thank you. Grazie.
Yeah,